guys, so today is going to be a first impressions video where I test all of the makeup which I bought in my Boots haul video, and this is the look that it came out with. And I pretty much loved most of the products, although you'll have to stay tuned to find out which ones were good and which ones weren't so good. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. So I've already gone ahead and applied my foundation just because it wasn't a new thing, as I already had half a bottle and I didn't want to go and buy another one just for the sake of a video. So I applied the Revlon Colourstay in the shade Buff. I decided to buy the L'Oreal Paris Brow Artist Shaper, and this is in the shade 02, which is blonde. And I swatched this in my Boots haul and it looks like quite a nice ashy shade. And on the other end there's a wax, although I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing with that. Okay, so the shade looks perfect. This is not going good at all. Okay, so I'm still not sure if you can see, but it's gone so clumpy and waxy, like every single eyebrow hair looks like it's kind of glued together. And it looks really thick as well compared to how I normally do them. And the pencil is quite blunt already, considering I've only just done one eyebrow. And if you have to sharpen it after every single eyebrow, it's gonna go down so quickly. So I'm just gonna do my other eyebrow and then I'll be back. Okay, so my eyebrows look vile. I look like I've got two big slugs on my forehead and they're not even even. I mean, they literally are probably some of the worst eyebrows I've ever done in my life. No hate towards any company or anything, like obviously they make good products. There's going to be products that don't agree with everyone, but I'm sorry eyebrow pencil, but I think I'm going to have to give you like a 4 out of 10, mainly just because the colour's good, but it just comes out too dark because it's so waxy and hard to work with. So I don't think I'll be using that. I'll probably just save it for if I run out of my normal eyebrow products, and then that can just be like a spare backup. Not sure what I'm going to do now because I've got to go out after this and I cannot leave the house with these eyebrows. I think I'm just going to wipe them off, start again with a different product. Okay, so this is how my eyebrows would normally turn out. I mean, they're still not perfect, but they're a lot more even. So because I didn't buy any eyeshadows, I think I'm just gonna add a bit of bronzer into my crease just to warm it up and give it a little bit of depth. And I'm gonna be using the NYX matte bronzer in the shade medium. And I swatched this in my Boots haul, and it's a nice, whoa, it's quite pigmented. It's a nice warm, obviously it's going to be orangey because it's a bronzer, but not orangey in a bad way, hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay, so I'm going to take the Zoeva 228 crease brush, and I do normally use this for blending, although if I'm quickly getting ready I will just pop a bit of bronzer in my crease, which I normally do for work. And yeah, as you can see I haven't cleaned my brush, so ignore that. So I'm just going to take my brush and apply this through the crease, maybe like blend it out quite a lot so it is covering the majority of my eye. And I don't know if you can see, but there's quite a lot of powder fallout from this. Oh wow. Okay, that is so pigmented. Like normally if I apply my bronzer into my crease, you genuinely can hardly see it, but that is so good. I'm just going to try and apply a little bit under the eye as well. I'm just going to head and apply that to my other eye off camera, and as you can see, like the colour payoff is amazing. I know I can't really rate it because it's a bronzer and I've not used it on my face yet, but I would actually buy that as an eyeshadow. Like I really like it. So the next thing that I'm going to be testing is a mascara, and this is the Max Factor Masterpiece Max High Volume and Definition Mascara in the shade Black. Is it just me, or does anyone else like love the smell of mascara? I mean, obviously they all smell a little bit different, but are you joking? Are you actually joking? I think I'm just going to leave it there for now and then try and scrape it off once it's dry and see how well it does come off. So I'm just going to try and scrape these little bits off. I'm not too sure if it's actually dried yet or not, and I'm just going to be using this. But yeah, so it's not actually fully coming off. I think I am going to have to use a cotton bud and actually get it off and then reapply the bronzer. Okay guys, this is the lashes close up, and this is 2 layers of the mascara, and it definitely adds definition and they look very black and dark, which is what I look for in a mascara. And I did have a nightmare applying this. Like, if it looks like I've been crying, it's because I've had to take my makeup off around my eyes so many times because it just kept getting black everywhere. The formulation is just so wet, and because it is like a defining volumizing mascara, it is a little bit clumpy, but the finished look, once I've fixed everything that went wrong, I'd probably give it a 6.5 or 7 out of 10. Not the worst mascara in the world, but definitely not the best either. But I probably would recommend this to someone that is after a lot of definition. So next I'm going to use this little contour pan by NYX, and this is in the shade Sculpt, and this is just one of the Highlight and Contour Pro singles. And I bought this to contour with because it looked a really, really nice, cool tone. And it is absolutely tiny, it's super cute, but I don't think it's going to last very long. Okay, so I'm going to be taking another brush that needs a wash. It's looking very orange, but this is the Zoeva 126 Luxe Cheek Finish. Now, I'd normally use a different brush for contouring, but for some reason it's downstairs and I forgot to bring it up, and I can't be bothered to go all the way back down when this will do a pretty good job. But I normally just use this for bronzer, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Yet again, this is very powdery and I'm not sure, it picks up quite a lot of product, so I'm going to have to be careful. Oh, okay, it's very pigmented. On camera, it's looking a lot warmer than it is in real life. In real life, it looks really cool, but not too cool where it looks muddy. A little bit down here just to try and hide the double chin a little bit. So I'm going to leave the contouring at that just because I do have to test out a bronzer as well, and I don't want to end up looking super dark. But I'd probably give that a 9 out of 10 just because there's always room for like a little bit of improvement, but the pigmentation is perfect, the colour is perfect, it blends like a dream, and it's super, super cheap. So for bronzer, I'm just going to be taking the NYX Matte Bronzer in medium, which I also used on the eyes. And again, I'm going to be taking the same brush, and I'm just going to bronze up my face and neck to blend everything together and add a little bit of colour. Bronzer looks like on my face, and honestly it is probably my favourite bronzer that I have ever used. I will give it a 10 out of 10. There's a big colour range as well, suitable for probably like most skin types, and yeah, I know on camera it probably looks a little bit too dark or not blended enough, but that's just because of like the camera settings and everything like that. In real life it literally looks exactly how I want it to look. So I do actually want to add a little bit of highlight because I just feel like my face is incomplete when I don't have any on. And this, as you can tell, is not new. I've hit pan in quite a few of them. but I'm just going to take this shade here and just apply it to my cheekbones, a little bit down my nose and a bit on my cupid's bow. So again, it's another NYX product, and this is the lip liner in the shade Peekaboo. That is what the lip liner looks like. It's a lot pinker than I expected, although I really actually like the shade, although it's not something that I would wear to work as it's not as natural as I thought it would look. But I'd probably give that a 9 out of 10 just because the texture is on point. And I also have this Kiko lip gloss in the shade 19, and I might just apply this over the top. So that's what the gloss looks like, and do you know what, like, they do actually go, even though this is a nude and that is a pink. It just all blends together and just makes a nice pink glossy lip, and it's not sticky whatsoever, and there is a little bit of shimmer in there which helps give it that shine, and they do look very glossy, and it doesn't taste funny either, so I'd give that lip gloss a 10 out of 10. I don't see how you could improve on that. So that is all of my new makeup tested, and it's been so hard not to use it as it's been sat in my drawers every day, but because I wanted to do a first impressions video, I've not been able to wear it at all, and it's just been awful, just torturing me, just sat there waiting to be used. But yeah, like, I'm sorry this ending's a bit rushed. My camera battery is flashing red, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching, bye!